Hey everyone, I'm Armor Gaming. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a Monster Legends video concerning the Facebook version of the game. Social Point published an update in the game. The Facebook platform is closing down. Dear players, it's with heavy hearts that we've decided to close down the Facebook version of Monster Legends on July 23rd. If you wish to continue playing, you can connect your Monster Legends Facebook account to a mobile version of the game where your purchases, in-game items, and save progress will be transferred across. We launched our game for the first time on Facebook 5 years ago, and since then we have welcomed millions of players around the world into our Monster Legends family. After careful consideration, we've decided to close down the Facebook version of Monster Legends in order to focus on our mobile game business. This won't have any impact on Monster Legends Android, iOS, and Amazon, and will actually provide us more time and resources to devote to these platforms and make the game better. If you haven't yet, we encourage you to download the mobile version of Monster Legends through the respective stores. When you do, make sure that you connect your Facebook account to the mobile version of the game to ensure that all of your purchases, in-game items, and save progress are transferred across. We would like to thank all of you playing Monster Legends on Facebook and look forward to seeing you on the mobile islands. And then there's a frequently asked section below. So let's see, further info. Why are we doing this? We have decided to focus on our mobile game business. We believe making this change can provide some great benefits for the game and more options for future development, such as better service stability, hacker prevention, enhanced gameplay experience, new events, and features. So just a little take on this. There's been a lot of things that went down because of the Facebook version of the game. I think a lot of the hacks and exploits happened because of that. There was the really huge recent gem scandal where people purchased a lot of gems, 1700 gem packs, for 5 to 10 cents, which was just ridiculous. So by closing down that version of the game, you can prevent all that. Not to mention, the Facebook version of the game doesn't have some of the features that the mobile version has. For example, I heard for a long time, I'm not sure if it's still the case, and you'll probably notice, when you play the Facebook version of the game, I believe monsters only have 2 runes instead of 3 runes. So for example, if one of your slots is locked, if you only have one slot unlocked on the mobile version, you can go on over to the Facebook version of the game and put 2 runes, and you've sort of unlocked. It's still going to be locked in your mobile version, but you have the benefit of 2 runes, even though it shows that only one is unlocked on the game. So that's one little exploit. Aside from that, I've heard that relics aren't used in the Facebook, or at least they weren't before, so you can actually battle without relics in the Facebook version of the game. I'm not sure if that's still the case, but I know when relics were first released, that's what a lot of players were using to overcome bases that had relics. And you could tell they were doing that because if you had one of those relics that decreases max life or something, and then in a war they won with max life, that's impossible because the relics should have reduced some of their life, assuming they had no healers or anything. So by removing the Facebook version, that might hopefully improve the game significantly for all the mobile users. And with that said, let's keep going. What is going to happen with my account? If you only play in Facebook, it will be closed permanently. This means that after July 23rd, the only way to play Monster Legends is through a mobile device. Players that move to our mobile version can regain their purchases. They've said this multiple times. If you've played in Facebook and through the mobile app, there should be no change. And then what is going to happen to the extra 2 stamina? You will keep the +2 stamina. Okay, this is super important. This is the majority of the reason I wanted to make this video. The extra stamina is used for dungeons. In the Facebook version of the game, you can purchase up to 2 more stamina points. The first one I believe costs 25 gems, and the second one costs 75 gems. And so I'm going to highly recommend that everybody purchase those extra stamina points. I'm not 100% sure if Social Point is going to make it possible to purchase extra stamina through the mobile version of the game, so now's your chance to get on the Facebook version of the game and buy that stamina. It is going to prove to be extremely useful, so you can have up to 6 attacks. So stamina recovers every 10 minutes, which means if you use up all of your attacks and you happen to have 6, when you log into the game in 1 hour, you can use 6 more attacks. This is super useful if you have work, if you have school, if you have something where you're away from the game for a long period of time. Because if you don't buy those extra 2 stamina points, the most stamina you're going to have is 4. So can you imagine you wake up, you do 4 attacks, you play like 3 hours later, you do 4 more attacks, and then let's say you play 4 hours after that, you do 4 more attacks. You've done 12 attacks in all of that time. If you had that extra 2, well, that's a total of 6 extra attacks. So you can finish your dungeons a lot faster. You have 6 attacks per hour, as opposed to 4 attacks every 40 minutes. Essentially it's the same thing, right? But again, if you're going to be away from the game for a long period of time, it's better to have that extra stamina. That way when you log back in, you have more attacks to use than if you don't have the stamina. So I'm actually going to log into Facebook and purchase that last stamina point on my main account. And so here we are on the Facebook version. I'm actually on my baby account because I thought I was recording on my main account, but I ended up not recording anything. I accidentally pressed the stop recording button, Anyhow, I'm just gonna claim this, and basically it's very easy to get your stamina. And look, when you even go on the Facebook version, it tells you important announcement, we're gonna be closing on July 23rd, the Facebook version of Monster Legends. But again, we're here to get our stamina because that's what's really important. So all you're gonna do from the main screen, and don't worry if it's laggy, it typically is. Let's scroll up a little. There we go. And you see this thing right here called the airship. This is actually where you get your extra stamina. So you click on upgrade, and look at that, it costs 75 gems in order to get 6 stamina. I believe from 4 to 5 it's 25 gems, so in total you're gonna have to spend 100 gems, but I personally believe it is well worth it. Because like I said previously, it just comes in handy. Being able to log in like after 1 hour and have 6 attacks to use for all of the dungeons. Social Point is throwing a lot of dungeons. We have Nemesis dungeons, we have Gems dungeon, Monster dungeons, Monster Cell dungeons, we have the Cells dungeons. There's just food dungeons. There's so much. There's so darn much. So having 6 stamina points definitely helps. You know, you get an extra 2 attacks when you first wake up, and again, whenever you have a break and you get to play, that's an extra 2 attacks. So it adds up. So I'm gonna click upgrade, and look, it's automatic. And where are my attacks at? Right there, right here. It says I have 6 now. It went from 5 to 6. Cost 75 gems. Definitely worth the investment. And you have until July 23rd. Yeah, July 23rd. So hurry up and spend those gems. It is definitely a good investment. And so with that being said, that is going to conclude this video. I really hope it was helpful. And I highly encourage everyone to let all of your friends know about this method of getting more stamina, because I have no idea whether or not Social Point is going to introduce a way to get more stamina on the mobile version of the game. So this might possibly be your only chance. Once again, with that being said, I'm Armor Gaming. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.